Hi, I'm Rebecca Cherry. Welcome to my happy place, and that's behind the wheel of my classic car. When I'm not driving her, I do also like getting stuck in with some maintenance tasks. Come on, let's go meet her. This is Doris. She's a four-door Morris Minor saloon, first registered in 1959 in Greenock in Scotland. She now lives in Gloucestershire with me and my family, and we've had her for nearly 20 years. She's finished in an unusual colour of Frilford grey, which was only used for a few months in 1959, so she's quite rare. And what you see is her original paintwork. This year she's going to be repainted. She had her chassis done a few years ago, and her engine was rebuilt. The original engine was rebuilt last year, and this year she's going to be treated to a facelift for her paintwork. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how she's going to come out after that. I'm a bit of a purist, so her running gear is relatively original. The modifications I've had done are 8-inch brakes on the rear wheels, an alternator fitted, and also an electronic ignition. Sometimes those points can be a bit temperamental in the damp weather, so it just makes life easier for me. The reason I own and drive a Morris Minor, I absolutely love them. They've been my favourite car since I can remember, and I grew up with 3 of them in my early years. My mother had a saloon and 2 travellers. I learnt how to drive in a Morris Minor, and my very first car was a Morris Minor, a 1958 2-door. They never fail to put a smile on your face when you're driving, and other people often wave. They'll talk to you if you're stopped outside a shop or a pub, and they bring back memories for people. They're great fun cars. One of my proudest moments is probably bringing my daughters home when they were first born in the back of my Morris Minor. I used her as a daily car up until they were about 5 and 8. They're now 18 and 15. And nowadays they don't think it's so cool to be driving around in a Morris Minor, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to change their minds.
By when I just drove past her one day and saw her on the side of the road near Dursley for sale, and then I phoned up the number the next day, and then 2 days later went to have a look at her with someone who didn't know an awful lot about cars but knew about rust. Had a look underneath, and she seemed like a good buy and good fun. It didn't put me off. A few weeks later I owned her, and yeah, she's been great fun ever since. Having had the privilege of joining a trip that they arranged to Elan Valley, which is probably the pinnacle of my time with Morris Minors. It was a fantastic week. I was saying to someone a minute ago, actually, one of the best experiences I think in my life. It was such good fun. Even when she decided that she wasn't having any more of going up a 25% gradient hill mountain, or I renamed it the cliff, Betty stopped and I had to give up, and we had to get Mike, or Magic Mike as he is definitely known, to coax her right to the top of the hill. She wasn't. So Betty is 1956, March 1956, so she's coming up for 70 years old. She is an amazing little car. She's only got she still has her 803 engine, so tiny little engine, but she has a bit of poke about her every now and again. She does really well, bless her. She's had her days when she's not quite worked according to plan, or something's gone wrong. I've lost her. But otherwise, she's a really good fun drive, and I love her to bits.
Gladys is a 1961 Morris Minor Million, and she is lilac. This is the factory colour, selected to celebrate the millionth car, Morris Minor, coming off of the production line. 350 Morris Minor Millions were produced. Gladys is number 117.
Hi everyone, I'm Amber and this is Gas Monkey, my 1962 Morris Minor rat rod. We actually own 4 Morris Minors, but today I'm going to be taking Gas Monkey out. It looks rusty, but it's actually just a painted finish that's rolled on and then activated. It's actually not rusty at all. So join me as we go for a try. Okay, so I've had classic cars. I've worked on classic cars since I passed my test, and the first roadside breakdown I had, I was on my own, and the condenser wire burnt out on our 1973 Beetle, and I would have been in my teens, and I remember fixing it and thinking I could do this. And these days we just have Morris Minors as cars. We don't have any modern cars, and we've done that for at least a decade, and we absolutely love it. We've got a bit of an addiction to it. And I take them to work, and we take them everywhere, and I really love them because when I get in them and drive them, it seems to make life a bit better, and they've helped me through some really challenging moments in my life over the last few years. Exciting moments, when my children were small, we were coming back home and the wiring in the back of the glove box caught fire, and we pulled over and we all got out, and John went back into the car and put the fire out with his fingers. We started the car and drove home, so that was probably an exciting moment. Another one was that on our 1961 Moggy, the radiator blew out as we were driving to Swindon one day, and it was rush hour and the police had to be called because we were cutting off the entire road. It wouldn't fire because all the water had gone all over the electrics, so it didn't take too long and it dried off and it was all sorted, so that was alright. So I absolutely love them. I absolutely love driving on them, I absolutely love working on them, and I couldn't imagine life without them, and they've given us so much to us, more than I could ever repay. And there you go.